Hello and welcome to Woodbridge, the best town around. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of this great town. And one of the reasons why we're such a great town are people like the Woodbridge Garden Club and Angelica Hugh, or otherwise known as Ange. She is the president of the club. We're here today at the Island Library to celebrate their 50th anniversary. And that's amazing, and especially since most of you aren't even 50 yet, so you must have joined this club, in your teens. So anyway, let me turn it over to Ange and ask her to say a little bit about, we're at the Garden for the Blind, by the way, and this is something I remember vividly because although I grew up in Menlo Park Terrace, went to St. Cecilia's Church, St. Cecilia's School, was at the Island Library an awful lot. One of my very good friends growing up was Glenn Henkel. His mom, Jean Henkel, was one of the founders of the Woodbridge Garden Club and the Garden for the Blind. So I'm very familiar with this. We've had scout projects here when I was in Boy Scout Troop 49. We met right there in the Island Knights of Columbus. Now it's Lightbridge Academy. But anyway, it's not important now. Let's talk about the club. Tell me all you do and tell me what it means to be celebrating 50 years. Go ahead.
Okay, as we said, this is the 50th anniversary of the Garden for the Blind and the Handicapped. The Garden Club itself actually started a few years before that. And now that's okay. That's everybody thinks the same thing. But this Wall of the Senses was started back in the 70s. For people who remember, it was Phil Anderson who had the florist here in town, and the Lions Club. They were the ones, and the Garden Club as it existed in that time. They were the ones who had the vision to do this, and this is here. To beautify the town, and also to make it possible for people who have handicaps that they can come here and sniff and touch and smell and enjoy the garden.
And there's a lot of them are faded now. We're going to work on that project, but there's Braille, so you can actually learn what you're smelling and touching.
Unfortunately, the pandemic kind of messed a lot of things up for everybody, so things kind of went away from the original plan, but we plan on going back now where we'll do the Braille, and we hope to include the Island Middle School because they have been helping us for the last 12 years, the teachers and the students in the school. And if you would have seen this garden a month ago, you would have cried. It was terrible. But our great people who work in the Public Parks Department came in here and actually cleared a pathway so we could start working in here. We still have a lot to do. Then we had a Merck Company come and send volunteers to help us. If you would have been here 2 weeks ago, there were 30 bags of garden debris standing here to be picked up, which the township picked up that same night. And we just keep going, and we are really dependent now on having volunteers helping us.
I was going to say,
middle school. Oh, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. The Rutgers students, they come.
Chi Omega, I think they said.
They're all from the sorority? Okay, so sometimes they come from different areas. They have what they call Scarlet Day, which is a volunteer day. This year, everything got a little bit mixed up, so they helped us out this morning, and now they're working over in the rain garden. And again, you can't beat the kids that we have here in Woodbridge Township.
How did they find you, or how did you find them?
Actually, Monica Eppinger, who's the director of the Woodbridge Public Library, somebody contacted her, and she goes, I know exactly where there's help needed. And like I said, it's a history. And then from the Public Works Department, we had an Eagle Scout here right before Sandy struck, so that's 12 years ago. And he put up these posts. Unfortunately, one of the chimes disappeared, but it got blown away probably in some storm. And then we lost some trees here, so again, everything changes a little bit. He was working here the Sunday before Sandy struck. He had finished everything. And then afterwards, we used to buy bags of mulch and schlep them in here and deliver. I mean, we did like 100 bags of mulch or something that. And one day I asked our volunteer, I said, where'd you get your mulch from? And he goes, they got it from the Public Works Department. I said, oh, wonderful. I'm going to give him a call. And I did. And then we got the mulch. And then after that, one day he gives me a call. He goes, Angie, I need some help. And I go, what can we do for you? And he goes, we're going to have Tooling Around Town coming up, and we need places to send volunteers to. Do you think we could send a volunteer to your garden? I go, oh, that would be nice. So we could really appreciate that. And like I said, at least 12 years now that not only do they just bring us mulch, but they come and help us. So when we were working 2 weeks ago, was it last week, right, when we had the kids here? A couple of the workers come and they helped us clean and helped with the mulching and things like that. So the rest is history, and we need volunteers. So please, or we're on Facebook, Woodbridge Township.
It's
Gar-
facebook.com Woodbridge Garden Club.
Woodbridge Garden Club on Facebook.
On
You can find
Facebook.
it.
So we're, and another thing since the pandemic, it's amazing what we've been learning how to do things like using Zoom and again,
Twitter and
Twitter and all that kind of stuff. And there again,
Instagram and-
can thank the Woodbridge Public Library. How many times did one of their workers come, Alex, and show us how to do things and stuff like that. Otherwise, we would be up the creek. I mean, when the pandemic struck, we had a meeting outside on the patio at the library, and he came and brought in a computer and a screen and everything and just started showing us how Zoom works. And again, you know, we're learning more and more. And they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but we're learning.
How about passing the microphone? Anybody want to introduce themselves? Kathy, want to say anything?
Well,
Kathy's.
wait a minute. I invited Martha Stewart, but she couldn't come. So I'm here in place of her. She apologizes for not being here, but she wishes us all the luck. So I'm glad that I was able to fill in for her. Anybody else?
I'll say something.
Yeah,
Debbie.
come on, Debbie.
I'm not shy. Hi, my name is Debbie. I'm a relatively new member. I wanted to add to what Angie had said. We also get involved in things like collecting canceled postage stamps for the Seeing Eye Dog program, aluminum can tabs we collect for Ronald McDonald's house. We also participated in National Public Lands Day last week, September 20th. Earth Day participation, and also just beautifying this area with lots of plants. We also, if you do want to become a member, the annual fee is $25. That's it. And you will learn a lot through our education program of speaker series and day trips. And I think that's all I wanted to add. Angie, back to you.
Okay. Well, I think she kind of said,
Put a couple of bucks in the budget and give it to you so you don't have to charge people to join.
oh, that would be great. Uh-huh.
I mean, $25, you make somebody pay to volunteer? No, that doesn't sound like it.
No, we don't pay. I mean, these are the volunteers here we see. But we have we meet once a month here at the Island Branch Library, and we have programs. We have speakers that come, and
Yeah, we advertise some of that.
and we we do different activities. That's where, I mean, the $25 doesn't even cover the cost that
We'll talk.
some stuff. That was wonderful.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
They pay you to join that?
Yeah, basically what we pay them covers the insurance.
Oh, all right.
Stuff
What does
like
that
that.
cost?
I think $9 per person we have to pay back. So of that $25, $9 goes back to the Garden Club of New Jersey. But they also, do other things that help
Right,
us
right.
too. It's a win-win situation for.
So this is like when a domestic violence team used to have like these pancake breakfasts at, the Avenel below St.
Mm-hmm.
Andrews and make $300. And we finally said, what the heck's wrong with us when you're doing all this work for us and you're raising money? Why don't we just give you money in the budget? And we do.
We'll never say no.
All right.
No, we'll never say no.
I know somebody
I'm glad you know
who can probably
somebody.
help with this, with the
Great, thank you so much.
Might be very serious. Why charge people
Sure.
for helping us?
Yeah, and like I said, we used to have a sprinkler system here, but that died a number of years ago, and it was just too expensive to
pushing
keep it.
You went from $25
But
a
well,
person
you
to
didn't
a
let me
sprinkler
finish.
system.
But the township comes with the water truck and waters
Oh,
for
okay,
us.
good.
Okay, so like I said, it's cooperation between us and the town and the schools, and that's kind of what makes Woodbridge a good town,
Oh, the good town.
a great town.
Oh, the best town around.
That's right.
All right, ladies, thank you very much. This was terrific. And
Thank
thank you
you.
for everything you do. This is wonderful here. It's beautiful. It means a lot to the town. It means a lot to the library system, and we appreciate it. All of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.